Hey everybody, this is Rigged Up, and today I am hitting play to get rolling on Team Cloud versus Team Infernal. Ooh, I'm gonna bring that down. That was a lot louder than I expected. May not be as loud for you guys, but either way, this is game 2 of Infernal versus Cloud. Looking at day 1 still of the scouting grounds. We already saw Infernal pick up a win against Cloud earlier that day. It looks like a couple of things changed in these compositions this time around, and this time I know a little bit more about each team and who's backing each side here. For Cloud, it is C9 and TSM, so very lofty names, and Infernal, actually, Golden Guardians, FlyQuest, and Optic, so almost like opposite sides of the spectrum here for teams. I mean, although I suppose TSM didn't make it quite as far, maybe that's how they determine the leveling off, and that they have 3. I don't know who pulled the math. Maybe it's just somebody, like, how well people work together. But either way, Infernal really putting off some big things. Of course, they probably don't have their main coaching staff, because from either organization, as they have been hauling for a great deal, majority of the year, just sorting things out. But let's start talking about this game here. So compositions shifting around a little bit. Victor getting through on the top side. I imagine he is going to bully out Jenkins rather considerably. Xinjiao, the Camille was taken away from Sirkenji this time. And so opting for the Xin, so we'll have a bit of early game pressure, and considering how well he performed on the Camille, I'm going to expect a similar performance. Strompist. Man, I am going to butcher every single one of these names. Strompist. Pulling out the Rise, no longer going for a counter pick with the Kennen or anything crazy like that into an Akali. Akali probably banned out this time around because she was causing quite a few problems for Infernal, and extended the game out quite a bit. But Rise will be able to scale safely into the later stage of the game. Same thing with Ezreal, very similar. Oh, similar start actually to this game, to the first one. And Jenkins in Obese Panda actually picking up first blood. And it is almost a direct repeat of what happened in the previous game, where Jenkins had actually been the one that had pushed out too far when he was on the Urgot. So it's a very similar start. Maybe we'll get a similar result in this game. But shifting back, the bottom lane's actually the exact same. Maybe it's just going back to that comfort once more, but I mean, the Soraka did a heck of a lot for Infernal last time around, and I expect this bottom lane to go in favor of Infernal once more. The power of that Soraka in these games where teams don't really have time to get together and be coordinated quite well. Ooh, Alistair trying to get the knockback under that turret, just opted to push Soraka back or going for it. But did use Flash, was trying to make a play there, I suppose. Didn't quite work out. We see Camille on the backside, going to be trying to go a play onto this squishy Victor that does not have a lot going for him. Chain CC following through. Victor playing it nice and clean, though, and might actually be able to get out and be getting a kill here. Very close. And Misty Stumpy barely pulling it off, but looks like Cloud is going to be coming back in to wrap this kill up. But Jenkins is going to be falling as well, handing a kill over. So I'm not sure if that was worthy of a trade. Obese Panda didn't seem too interested in following up in that, really. Either probably didn't want to grab any turret aggro. So this does give a bit more favor over to Team Cloud. Uh-oh, Xin coming in, though. Obese Panda going to be getting very low. Does not have access to Flash and is running to his enemy's turret. Xin going to be able to pick up that kill, so equalizing some golds here. Actually, a little bit of gold in favor of Infernal right now. So things not working out again, and Krugs are going to get stolen, and that feels the absolute worst when your Krugs get taken. Krugs get taken from you. A lot of experience and cash sitting on that. And Xin actually coming in on the backside. Teleport still available for Jenkins, so if he dies here, will the stun come through? Nope, going to be able to zip on out. Does still have Flash to get to safety. Is able to push back the Xin. Camille's on her way, so the Infernal's gonna have to defuse the situation, just scuttle on back to their respective sides of the map. But Jenkins kind of Camille maybe looking to gank again. Misty Stumpy up a little too far once more, and I think he's realized what's happening here with Camille coming back in. And Maokai getting the flash, just trying to slow Misty Stumpy down a little bit. Getting a lot of damage and able to get another kill down, so that's 3 deaths for Misty Stumpy. And the rest of Cloud able to back up and prevent Sir Kenji from maybe following up and going hard to get a return kill. So Cloud really punishing Misty Stumpy after losing his flash, gaining a lot of tempo. It'll be interesting to see if they can get this rolling for themselves and continue moving forward. He does have a Tiamat on the Camille, so a bit of damage and health regen for some nice skirmishing power. Looks like they're fighting over the Scuttle Crab north side of the rifts here. Ooh, a little bit of damage out there. Oh no, Misty Stumpy, why are you out here? Camille going back in. Sir Kenji, though, moving in. Strumpus moving in as well. Flash is not available to Jenkins, and he is out of position. Does not have access to ulti just yet. Jenkins trying to make his way to safety and maybe... Oh, actually just going to teleport out. I don't even think they realized that he was there on the backside. He may have been able to just base quietly. So much focus put onto the Camille, so... Good job by Jenkins, I suppose. I mean, I absolutely understand why you would drop the teleport there, because you don't know who's chasing you in that blind jungle, but definitely see the issues without having time to gain some, you know, major coordination here. In Cloud should have known that Infernal was going to be pinching onto them, and the call wasn't made quite fast enough in order to... you know, get the kills or anything like that. Not able to track Jenkins, but still a lot of good stuff from Cloud. Looks like they maybe reformed their plan here. Just trying to shut down the Victor and make sure that he cannot get ahead of the Maokai. Maokai actually head in farm right now, so Victor gonna have to do a little bit more work in order to get into this game and make things happen. I mean, once he gets the items, looks like he's going for that Iceborne Gauntlet first round item so that he can get that ridiculous shielding from his Q and sort of just muscle his way and CC down his opponents. But yeah, we can see here, like, Victor is dishing out some damage, and eventually that matchup should go towards him. But it will be interesting with the kill advantage on the jungler and Maokai, that between the two of them, where this game will go. But this bottom lane CS pretty even here. Damage on the turret looks like Ezreal and Soraka still doing quite a bit of work on their side. Soraka still not level 6. Oh. Winter sort of over Duo King and over playing against... Oh no, again? His Flash is not available for either members of Cloud, but that doesn't matter. They're going to be able to tie that kill in, and that is 4 deaths onto Victor. And that is a really rough time for him. Probably regretting picking up Victor. I mean, we know that Victor was a priority pick at Worlds. A lot of favor. Ooh, a lot of damage going on to 5 Fire. Trump is not afraid to turn around and just jolt him back. But Victor, yeah, getting beat up quite a bit. Just so many, it's such easy ganking going on. A lot of chain C between the Maokai and Camille. Xin on the backside, though, gonna get cut out by the control ward, so nothing fancy gonna be happening there. But I mean, Victor at least is now ahead in farm, and will have that going for him. The Camille is gonna be pretty scary, especially now that she is 6. Might be looking towards the bottom side of the map. We do see some pings going on towards that. LeBlanc does have the push on the mid lane. May just be basing and gaining control on the bottom side of the map. That Mountain Drake is quite a nice prize that either team would be very willing and desire to pick up. More scuffles going on the top side. Man, this... I just feel so bad for the Kai'Sa and Alistar. It's just such an obnoxious lane. The range support is causing more mischief. I mean, at least Alistar does have some sustain to offer with his roar and healing from that, but the Soraka is gonna just beat him out on that every time. And the CS lead, not Ezreal's not tearing away with it, so... But that bottom lane turret... That is just getting close. Ooh, Alistair actually getting pretty low there. Still not 6. Uh-oh, we got face off in the top side. Hextech Ultimatum used. Camille getting pretty low. Sir Kenji getting a lot of damage out. Soraka with the heal to keep Infernal safe. Jenkins now out on his own. Victor is still alive, dishing more damage, and the flash onto Jenkins. Flash used by Maokai to get him to safety. But again, in Cloud trying to do their best to abuse the Victor. Sir Kenji, though, finally able to read the play and sort of match that roam towards topside by the jungler. And Infernal getting helped out quite a bit by the Soraka to heal them up and keep them safe. Counter gank always is nice to go along with that. Ooh, Rise getting a little low there. It's getting a little scary. Able to get out there, but very unfortunate chain from LeBlanc onto the Rise to get him down pretty low. Does not have access to teleport, so LeBlanc will be able to get to the push onto the turret. Xin, though, able to pick that farm up, so a nice lane trade there to keep gold on the side of Infernal. And although we saw Cloud picking up some tempo on the top side, it doesn't really feel like they're getting anything rolling here. LeBlanc has not done anything this game. Winter just getting lower and lower. Obese Panda strolling on bottom lane to see if he could find anything, and LeBlanc as well mirroring that, but Alistair dropping his ulti, he just keeps taking more and more poke damage. This is looking bleak for the side of Cloud, because the longer this game goes on, I mean 20 minutes, that tier should be fully stacked from Ezreal. Same thing for Rise, they're going to start rolling and revving up, so 20-25 minutes, all of a sudden the door for Infernal gets a little bit it starts closing pretty harshly. I'm sure the Kai'Sa will be there to help out, but we didn't see her. I mean, I suppose the composition that they have on their side sort of helps out. Ooh, LeBlanc going in hard onto Rise here. The rest of Cloud following suit and able to chain CC with the Camille coming in alongside the Alistair. So finally able to get a kill onto the Rise in the mid lane. Victor pressuring top, though. Sir Kenji not afraid to keep going in and send off, trying to gain stuff for his fight for things in his own jungle here. Jenkins doing what he can to hold off the push from Victor, but it's gonna just keep getting worse and worse for him as Victor scales up and gets some items on his side. But all the kills, the majority of the kills onto Camille on Cloud, gonna really help her at least to explode some targets. I mean, we saw how quickly the Rise dropped. But it'll be, how is she gonna use this lead? How is Obese Panda gonna use that lead to get things rolling on their side? They've left the bottom lane sort of on this island for both games, really. Just splitting these champions. Scale, I suppose, for the most part, is what both of these teams want. They don't really want to get involved in a 4-man, 5-man bottom side. But with a Mountain Drake and Rift Herald available, I would have to assume there's going to be some moves on these objectives, and we see a little bit of funny business going on the bottom side. Infernal, though, does have control. They have more members on that side. Rise is sort of just panning towards the bottom side of the map, does have access to Realm Warp just in case anything gets too crazy. Camille, though, answering as well to Zin's invade on the bottom side of red and picking up some camps. Blue buff a little bit too far off from spawning, but Camille should be there in time to pick up the Scuttle Crab and gain some vision control there. So, Iceborne Gauntlet completed for Ezreal. Gonna probably keep seeing them just take further and further control of this lane, as they have been. Storm Razor completed for Kai'Sa. So, Kai'Sa, just it's similar to Ezreal and Rise, just trying to scale up. And going back to the point as far as their team goes, this is a little bit better setup for them for Kai'Sa. They have a much better front line, a better go in and get them kind of composition between the Camille and the LeBlanc. Maokai and Alistair can, of course, provide enough CC for Kaisa to sort of build up stacks on her Rage Blade and get some damage out. Actually going in pretty hard here. Tactical getting kind of low, but Sirach keeping him healthy. A teleport on the backside. Coming in from the Victor, he does not have access to Iceborne Gauntlet, but Ezreal does have access to himself. TP actually canceled by Victor, not going to be pulling the trigger on there. Winter's still very low, not able to get a Q. A flash dropped out, but Ezreal not able to secure the kill. And finally able, with one last Q, able to get it. But now an engage onto the top side from the Xin and Victor. Flash is used left and right, but able to secure a kill onto the Victor. A teleport getting now used from Kaisa to try and prevent the push on the bottom side of the map. But we might be able to see a top lane turret here. Oh, Hextech Ultimatum used on Ryze, and the action just does not stop. A kill finally going over LeBlanc, so should help her get rolling here. So a lot of things happening there on both sides. Infernal making moves bottom side, forcing Cloud's hands, and probably going to get this turret here. Top side likewise going in favor of Infernal. Oh, and that turret just barely getting... First Blood turret barely getting missed out by Cloud in the mid lane. As at least they were able to make something. Camille getting the engage and getting some pressure by Fire to maybe get him rolling a little bit. Oh, and Cloud going to be able to get an Earth Drake. This is exactly what they need. It's very helpful that now that mid lane turret is gone on the side of Infernal. This is going to really open up the map for Cloud. It'll give LeBlanc a bit of a better chance to roam potentially, especially getting that kill. And with this Mountain Drake, they might be able to get some pressure now into the side lanes here. Looks like they're just going to hold their lanes as they are for now. I would expect once one of the either bottom or top lane turrets to drop, they'll maybe shift their AD carries around, maybe put LeBlanc somewhere as well to sort of try and get out some single targets and pop some people, get some kills rolling. So although Misty Stumpy getting smacked around quite a bit, now he has a CS lead. He's got a couple of kills in his pocket. Doing pretty well. Oh, and LeBlanc going very hard onto the Ezreal. Might be able to actually does get the kill. Senior Kenji, Sir Kenji, able to get back and engage, but he may have gone up too far forward. So much CC going out, and actually going to be able to get the kill onto LeBlanc. Soraka falling on the backside, and Kaisa getting the shutdown and some gold into her pocket from the Xin, and they're just going to be able to push up mid lane here a little bit as 3 members of Infernal are dropped. Really good play by Five Fires, so much damage coming out and able to get tactical, even though he only moved out just a hair, and although the Soraka was there to bail him out with the healing as she had in the past, it just was not enough to keep him healthy. So another mid lane turret falling down. Infernal does still have the advantage on the side lanes and going to be putting pressure there. Ryze getting some push on the bottom side. Victor likewise top. So although Cloud was able to punch their way down the mid lane, Infernal still getting some nice damage onto these second tier turrets. LeBlanc though is not afraid to go hard and almost chunking out Stompus in half health, but Strumpist, I'm sorry, returning in and dropping LeBlanc down to half health as well. That LeBlanc getting very scary now. Infernal, though, turning their eyes towards this Rift Herald that they can use to maybe punch their ticket through the mid lane. But we do see some pings going on to Rift Herald. It looks like they do know that this is going on, or at least they're going to try and engage on the Ezreal. Maokai is on the back side. This is the perfect flank. He does have access to ultimate. He is going to be dropping it, pushing back the members Infernal to their first tier turret top side. 4 members from Cloud going in. Sir Kenji getting very low. Hextech Ultimatum used Alistar Ultimate out as well. Sir Kenji not able to find his way out. Obese Panda almost going down though. No member of Infernal falling just yet. Infernal now making proactive moves forward, trying to get to safety. Able to successfully take the Blast Cone out. Kenji maybe going on the backside. And now, although a fight that looked like it was going to go in significant favor of Cloud, actually once again turns on its head and goes in favor of Infernal as they're able to prevent any deaths going over to the side of Cloud and able to get some pressure mid lane, as well as they'll be able to just turn around and get that Rift Herald. So Infernal really killing it on the objective and moving around the map and stuff. Cloud just not able to make it just yet. They just don't have enough damage on their side. They're really going to have to force around main objectives. They almost had it there, but maybe overstepped their bounds as they try to get that turret there, that almost semi-turret dive on the top side. They just couldn't quite commit yet. I think it may have been better to just push off Infernal from the Rift Herald, maybe try and go for it themselves. Take on a straight-on fight instead of fighting so awkwardly in the jungle. Very unfortunate that no one was able to get caught up by the stun of Jenkins. But as you can see, Cloud does have a lot of ways to engage. They just need a bit more of a straight-on fight. And once Rageblade is completed by the Kaisa, ooh, and it looks like there are 3 members from Cloud going on to Misty Stumpy, and the abuse is not going to stop. Misty Stumpy is going to get beat around, but is he going to take someone with him? No, not at all. Getting very close, though, so that victory getting pretty scary. And with the 3 members, though, of Cloud going towards bottom side just to get another kill onto Victor, Infernal's going to get a turret mid. The Rift Herald that they picked up not too long ago, so a nice gift handed over from Cloud. And although Victor just keeps getting beat up, Misty Stumpy is doing such a fabulous job for his team, taking the fall and really making things happen, just pulling so much attention, letting the rest of his team scale up well, bringing up Sir Kenji quite a bit to do what he wants, and doing a good job in the objective game. So Dragon here in another minute. Not sure what that is, because again, as obnoxious as, or as nice as it is for Riot to have given us these VODs and access to them without anybody else casting on them, again, they just, the timers, man. It just shows you an Infernal Drake and not like what it actually is. But either way, oh, LeBlanc going in once again and getting target very low. Strumpus, though, getting LeBlanc quite low himself and scaling quite well. Doesn't have a fully tier stacked yet, but once he has access to that shield, looks like, considering he's just been turning around on the LeBlanc and ready to tango and just go at it, once he has that barrier, I'm sure he is not going to be afraid to stay in a fight a little bit longer. By fire, though, not afraid to get his hands dirty as well. So we have a Rageblade, though, completed for Kaisa. The dragon spawning soon, so I really want to see Cloud at least just take this dragon easily or really set up for the objective and try and fight it off. Fight for it. So another Mountain Drake. That would be very big for Cloud. And this game, it's very close right now still. Putting the scene, make sure that they have control of that. And it looks like another, whoa, Mountain Drake going actually over very fast. I didn't get the exact timer of that, but Kaisa with that Storm Razor and Rageblade. Pretty scary stuff. And LeBlanc going in once more, dashing forward, trying to get onto the Ezreal. But 3 members of Infernal hiding out on the side, and Soraka is gonna keep the Ezreal very healthy. By fire, it's really cool that he's going for these hard engages and trying to make plays and stuff like that, but it's getting a little dicey, and that aggression that isn't netting any kills is getting met with some turret pushes, and once more, we got some split pushing going on the side. Have a nice 1-3-1s in, rotating in between the lanes, keeping his team safe. See Victor just picking up a Scuttle Crab, maybe just traveling through. They do know that he's there. Camille might be walking right into Camille. Camille very healthy and using Hextech Ultimatum right away. Kaisa following in right away and able to pick up a kill. Oh, so easily against the Victor. I'm sure they are very thankful that they keep picking up the kills from the Victor and granting them this 4v5 situation, but maybe I'm sure they would love to get another priority target on their side. They are at least going to be acting on this 4v5 mismatch here and pushing up mid lane. Going to use the power of the Kaisa to maybe push down this turret, get a little bit of damage, but it looks like no, Infernals reset themselves up. And they're just going to be putting pings onto Baron, probably just for control. I don't think they're that crazy to try and go for Baron this early on. But they, I mean, they do have double Mountain Drake, so that is actually a real threat that Cloud can pose to Team Infernal. Oh, another engage going on to the Zin. LeBlanc not able to pop him. The Sterix does go off and keeps Zin pretty healthy, and Ezreal, I'm sorry, the Soraka not far off, getting caught out by the Vision, and LeBlanc's gonna get out of there once more. But with the Sterix down, maybe Cloud can make something happen around Baron here. So we keep seeing all these engages coming from Cloud. LeBlanc it's just waiting for that moment to pop a target and finally secure a kill very quickly. Camille's pulling it off just fine, but haven't seen it out of LeBlanc just yet here. They just keep getting out little by little. There was that nice kill on Ezreal that one time earlier in this match, but has not been able to replicate that. Soraka has been doing a great job of babysitting Ezreal, making sure that any member of Infernal that is going out too far, Soraka's right there, and of course there's always access to the Soraka ulti. But LeBlanc moving on down. Are they gonna bully Misty Stumpy again? I'm feeling bad for this guy, but yes, they're gonna engage. Gonna be very clean kill most likely, but ooh, Misty Stumpy actually getting away from here, very unexpected, falling right into his hand, and with that commitment towards bottom side, Infernal's gonna pull the trigger onto Baron. Cloud is moving in very closely. If they don't finish this off soon, they're gonna really have to call it off, and they do. Cloud would definitely be able to contest that realm warping around, though they're just realm warping awkwardly to safety. I suppose it was just a preemptive ulti. I wanted to make sure that they weren't gonna get too crazy or anything like that. But battle lines are reforming once more as Vision is fought over and over again. We see some wards on the backside from Infernal just to see if anybody's passing on the backside. But really good play by Misty Stumpy. I thought that was going to be another clean-cut kill going over to either Maokai or LeBlanc, but able to drop down his field, keep himself safe, getting the stun there. Beautiful stuff. And it actually dropping Ignite from the LeBlanc too, so lack of the Summoner spell missing from there. But I do think that is their way into this match, just picking off a target, forcing an objective, forcing around Baron. They just need to make sure that they actually get that target and actually pull it off fast enough. That's sort of been the story of this match, is that LeBlanc comes oh so close from getting a kill, oh so close from getting this kill, that kill, yada yada yada, and just not able to pull it off. It is rough stuff. It just maybe one of the worst feelings. It's sort of like you feel like you're playing so well, but the score is not showing it. Their opponent's living with the slivers of HP. The enemy has a Soraka. Just different things like that sort of piling up. And LeBlanc once more going and trying to get onto the Ezreal, but the chain not landing. Ezreal able to dash back, and Zin, just members of Infernal, the Soraka and Zin. Ooh, but LeBlanc might be able to get a chain onto Zin. Does get the chain, but not willing to move forward with the Soraka and Ezreal there as well. And another theme for at least Infernal is just sticking together, making sure at least these three members, I mean, they've kind of let Misty Stumpy out to dry, but I mean, hey, you need those Dyrus players on your team every so often to sort of take the blunt, side of things and deal with that, so that's okay. But yeah, it's just this 1-3-1 going on. The AD carry support and junglers sticking together, keeping each other safe, sort of forcing these awkward engages from the LeBlanc, just trying to force anything and not letting it happen. And because of that, I mean, Infernal's been able to get a lot more objectives. They've just been pulling the attention of this engage-centric sort of single target Camille LeBlanc combo and dealing with that just outright. But we got a live dragon. We do see Victor working his way onto that. Looks like yep, it's another mountain drake. Needed his little kind of get out of the way. So it is not going to be a 3-team mountain drake, and a little bummed out kind of that Cloud did not even attempt to set up for that. I really want to see them get that 5v5 fight, see if that is going to be enough for them to get into this game. LeBlanc going in once more, very hard. 5-fire, just making his presence known all the time. Is he going to go in again? Nah, he's just going to go back to farming. you know, whittling that top lane, maybe they'll be able to get some gold in their pockets, but the gold in this game, it's just so close. Even though Infernal is up 3 turrets here, game is less than a 1k away. And it looks like it's the Camille working her way back, trying to remind Misty Stumpy that his screen should be gray. Maybe gonna get engaged, maybe actually get a kill this time. He does have flash though, so we're working it out. And another hard engage onto Misty Stumpy. The Hextech ultimatum used. We do see a teleport coming in from the Rise, and Misty Stumpy flashing away, able to get to safety. Rise and Victor going to get caught up in the Maokai vines, but able to get away. Realm Warp used, though, on the backside, going to be funneling Cloud to the other side here, but might be able to get away. Jenkins does not. Oh, Camille actually falling down to the Ezreal ulti, and Jenkins out too far now, and not going to be able to get any sort of safety from his team. Kaisa going in very hard onto the Ezreal. Soraka ulti used to keep him safe, and going to heal him almost back to full health here. Not able to get anything going. Kaisa very low and slowed down by the Xin. Might be able to follow up and going to be falling down as well. So 3 members of Cloud falling down to what, again, looked like a really strong play from Cloud, but it just fell apart once more. And this is going to be an easy pickup. LeBlanc making her presence known. Didn't think it was that smart of an idea to go hard on this. But all 5 members are easily going to be able to take down this Baron and get out of there very safely. LeBlanc, though, still hiding on the backside. I'm sure they don't think she's going to be heading back here. Thinking about maybe going for the fight here. Nope, just going to work her way out. It was a little bit smarter. Smarter to think that she can take on a 1v3, as she's been missing out on, little by little, all these kills and stuff. When the Sterix on Xin will keep him safety, the power, or the stopwatch and barrier from the Seraphs gonna keep Rise plenty safe. But man, oh man, again, it's just like you think that. I mean, mainly credit to Misty Stumpy for just staying alive, sort of stopping the bleeding. I mean, he's had 6 deaths, but what can you do? He's been 2v1 through a majority of the game. Excessive engages from the side of Cloud, and just when you think that he's gonna fall once more, he doesn't do it. Oh, LeBlanc actually moving up too far forward and has to make defensive moves, and actually going to be working back towards Rise, and Stromp is able to get a beautiful Q onto the LeBlanc. Just a blind Q, I mean, obviously in that direction, but fantastic, and that's going to give all the pressure to Infernal, and they're going to probably be closing this game out here pretty soon. They've got Victor on the top side. It's going to be pressure in that. They're going to be easily able to take this down. They no longer have to deal with the threat of the LeBlanc to potentially pop the target. And such fantastic play from Infernal, but again, I really just want to focus on Misty Stumpy for taking so much abuse this game, but staying alive. Making sure that LeBlanc could not get away with anything, getting a ton of kills. Camille, and just putting so much emphasis as well on to try and take down Misty Stumpy, but he stays alive through so many other engages, just needed time to scale up. Plays defensively, plays intelligently, just really good. Amazing stuff. And Team Infernal taking this out systematically, going turret by turret, lane by lane, getting the inhibitors. The one final engage, though, from Cloud, trying to do what they can. LeBlanc actually able to get a kill onto the Soraka, though, but the rest of the members of Infernal pretty healthy. Obese getting down pretty low. Tactical staying pretty heavy on the backside, giving himself a double kill. Members of Cloud falling apart, though. And Rise actually chasing down Kaisa on the backside, gonna get a double kill for himself. Ezreal gonna be pulling out the ace, and Victor pulling out the ace, and able to get the last few hits with the Baron up minions to get the win. Whew, alright. Oh, gotta cancel that. This game's running away from me. But thank y'all for listening, everybody. It was good stuff. Definitely got a lot more to work on still. Gotta do the team fights a little bit better. I'm just getting trying to explain too much, I think, at one time, and then I'm not ready for the team fights. I think that what might be my issue, but I'll keep practicing. Definitely think I'm getting better little by little. Thanks for listening, though. Bye.